the bearded man of Space Station 11.
Greetings from Space Station 11. I am the bearded man of Space Station 11. And today I'm wanting to talk a little bit about breaking up friendships because of voting. I want to start off by saying, I don't think these are exact quotes, but you'll get the gist. One is from Anne Frank, who wrote in her diary, "Despite all that has happened, I believe people are good at heart." Then you have Mr. Martin Vale, a fictional character played by Richard Gere in the film Primal Fear, when explaining to a reporter why he would defend people in court that he knew were guilty. He said, "I choose to believe in the goodness of people. I choose to believe that not all crimes are committed by bad people. And I choose to believe that there are very good people who sometimes do very bad things." So with that in mind, I want to talk a little bit about my background. I was raised by two liberal Democrats, and my father's best friend was a conservative Republican, very diehard conservative Republican. And I would hear them get into heated debates, heated arguments, heated discussions, almost fighting. But at the end, they would just say, thanks for coming over, had fun, I'll see you next time. So I kind of had in my mind that it's possible to have big, hard disagreements with people politically, but still be friends, to be able to discuss it rationally. Now times have changed. We've gotten a lot more heated. I mean, we've got actual, literal Nazis in the mix. People saying the most outlandish, horrific stuff that would possibly shock my dad's friend. And there are people who have been talking about they can't be friends with people who voted for Trump. And a lot of the people who voted for Trump are saying, well, why would you do that? Because I didn't vote for the right person. And to those people who are saying that, you got to understand something. It's easy for me, and again, I'm going to say this a lot, maybe I'm woke, I don't care. It's easy for me as a white, cisgender, heterosexual man to say, well, I can be friends with someone who voted for Trump. Well, I'm not one of the people who has the feelings that they're going to be hurt, who's going to be taken down. I mean, yeah, I'm sure those tariffs are going to screw up what I'm paying for. Ironically enough, the people who voted for good economy, but that's a different video. It's not really going to affect me as bad. But think about this, Trump, he got a Supreme Court together. When they overturned Roe versus Wade, someone talked about how, I think it was Clarence Thomas, said maybe they could overturn Obergefell, which is the case that made it legal for gay marriage to exist in all 50 states. Now just think about this. You've got a friend who is gay, who is married, and you voted for a man who put people on the court, and who might put more people on the court who would make it so that these people's marriage might get dissolved. Or they're looking at other gay people who might want to get married and they won't be able to. Yeah, they might look at you with a little disdain and think, how could you do that? Are you willing to hurt me, hurt my family, because you think that Donald Trump is going to help get the cost of eggs and milk down? I mean, Trump tried to ban transgender people from the military. Some people are talking about how they're going to make it so only two genders will be legal. Or that if you're born assigned the gender of male, well, you can't change that later. No matter how you feel, no matter what you need. It's taking away rights of these people to be who they are. So yeah, they're going to be angry at you for how you voted. I mean, could you imagine if you've got, so let's say you've got a child who's autistic like I do. They voted for someone who said, we're going to strip away, resources for autistic people. That'd make me mad. And talking about, unfriending people, I've unfriended people on Facebook for making fun of autistic people. And again, it's because we're human. That affects me. So maybe I should show some solidarity with my transgender, gay and lesbian, friends of color. Maybe I should. But in a way, it's hard for me sometimes. Maybe I shouldn't have unfriended those people. I just did it on Facebook. If I saw them in real life, I'd probably say hello. Maybe I should unfriend on Facebook because I was tired of hearing their crap. I was tired of hearing people talking about how, wearing a mask and getting a shot, to keep your job or to go somewhere was akin to wearing a Star of David. When I've got family who died in the Holocaust. So that's something I don't take lightly. I guess I just choose to believe that these people who voted for Trump are not bad people. They're misguided. They were willing to look past things that don't affect them. And maybe we need to let them know that it does affect them. Everybody out there has a friend, family member, somebody close to them who is going to be affected by this. You've got gay people in your family. I don't care who you are. You've got gay people in your family. You might have transgender people in your family. And maybe they don't appreciate feeling like you threw them under the bus because you want to pay less for eggs or milk. At the same time, to the people who are wanting to unfriend people for this, if you choose to, fine. I'm choosing to have empathy, and I'm choosing to try to understand, like I said in my last video, why they were willing to do this. Maybe try to let them know, hey, you're wrong. It's going to be hard. Getting proven wrong, studies have shown, can affect the same part of the brain that gets affected when you're punched. It hurts, and you get a fight or flight response. So trying to change people's minds can be difficult, but it can be done. And I'm not talking about literal Nazis, literal Klansmen, people who are just so far gone. Screw them. But the people you've known for a long time, if you don't want to talk to them, if you want to say, screw you, you're gone, hey, if you go to it, that's fine. I think I'm going to try to let them know this is why people don't want to be your friend anymore. This is what they see. They see that you were willing to sell them out for your own personal benefit. And they don't like that. And again, sound like a broken record. If someone chooses to unfriend someone, you know what, that's fine. To the people who are like, well, why can't we still be friends? Just think about it. Try to understand where these other people are coming from. I hope that eventually we can get past this. One of the reasons I wanted to see Donald Trump gone, that's not just because I hate his policies, but because I think he took a river that was already poisoned and just set it on fire. He helped normalize people saying the worst stuff. And no, it's not what we all were thinking. Not all of us were thinking, like Kanye said, not all of us were thinking, I love Hitler. Not all of us were thinking, that the Mexicans who come across the border are rapists and murderers. And maybe some are good people. No, screw that. Eventually, I do believe that Trump's policies are going to affect everybody negatively. We can't undo what's been done, but we can stand up and we can demand that the other politicians do the right thing. In 2026 midterms, we can vote out the politicians who support Trump. We can. And I just hope sometime between now and then, maybe the people who voted for Trump will eventually understand why people are angry at them. And maybe the people who are angry at them can find in their hearts to show enough grace to let them back into their lives once they've admitted, hey, I screwed up. And I'm not saying you have to let them back in your lives. That's your choice. But as for me, I'm going to choose to not cut these people off. I'm going to choose to try to lead by example. As I was told when I used to go to church, be a witness. Lead by example. Because, as I said, I believe people are good at heart. As Anne Frank said, I believe very good people do very bad things, just like Martin Vale said. And in the words of Zach De La Rocca from Rage Against the Machine, in a song he wrote and performed in his band Inside Out, I believe in redemption. That is all from Space Station 11. I am the Bearded Man of Space Station 11. Just let me know what you think. We can get a discussion in the comments below. Just please be respectful. And whether you voted for Trump, whether you voted for Harris as I did, whether you voted for Jill Stein, just I love you, and I hope that eventually we can come together and make this world a better place. Except if you vote for RFK, screw him.